1. 2025 Genesis Scottish Open Payouts. Winner earns $1.53 million from $9 million purse. 2. PGA Longshot Parlay. Top 2025 Genesis Scottish Open picks and $1.2 million bet. 3. Power Rankings. Genesis Scottish Open 2024. Rory McIlroy, PGA Tour Insights. 1. 2025 Genesis Scottish Open Payouts. Winner earns $1.53 million from $9 million purse. Imagine this: a golfer stands on the final hole of a prestigious tournament, heart racing, knowing that a single stroke could mean millions in prize money. That's the reality for competitors at the 2025 Genesis Scottish Open, where the stakes are high and the rewards are staggering. But here's where it gets controversial. How does a tournament with a $9 million purse distribute its prize money, and does the structure truly reflect the skill and effort required to win? Let's dive into the numbers and explore what makes this event a magnet for top-tier talent. The 2025 Genesis Scottish Open, held at the picturesque Renaissance Club in North Berwick, Scotland, is shaping up to be one of the most competitive stops on the PGA Tour's international schedule. With a total purse of $9 million, it's a significant draw for players worldwide. The defending champion, Scotland's own Robert MacIntyre, who triumphed in 2024 with a dramatic birdie on the 72nd hole, will be eager to reclaim his title. This year's field is stacked with 8 of the world's top 10 players, making the competition as fierce as ever. So, how does the prize money break down? Here's the full payout structure for the 2025 event. The winner pockets $1.53 million, which is 17% of the total purse, a hefty sum that highlights the tournament's prestige. Second place earns $990,000, while third place takes home $567,000. The payouts decrease incrementally, with even 70th place receiving $17,100. This tiered system ensures that even players finishing outside the top 10 still walk away with substantial earnings. But here's the part most people miss: the distribution isn't just about rewarding winners. It's also about incentivizing consistent performance throughout the tournament. For example, a player finishing 10th earns $180,000, which is still a six-figure paycheck. This structure encourages competitiveness from start to finish, as every position matters. And this is the part most people miss: while the prize money is generous, critics argue that the distribution favors top finishers disproportionately. For instance, the gap between first and second place is over $500,000, whereas the difference between 50th and 60th place is just $1,800. Does this reflect the true value of performance, or does it create an imbalance that prioritizes elite players over others? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the payout structure is fair, or does it leave too much on the table for the rest of the field? Share your perspective and let's keep the conversation going. 2. PGA Longshot Parlay. Top 2025 Genesis Scottish Open picks and $1.2 million bet. Imagine this: the 2025 Genesis Scottish Open is not just another golf tournament, it's the final opportunity for players to fine-tune their skills before the prestigious Open Championship. Since becoming a co-sanctioned event by both the PGA Tour and DP World Tour in 2022, this tournament has gained significant recognition, attracting top-tier golfers from around the globe who are eager to enhance their performance ahead of the year's last major. The competition for the 2025 Genesis Scottish Open promises to be fierce, with Scottie Scheffler emerging as the favorite at plus 360, while Rory McIlroy, the 2023 champion of this event, is positioned at plus 750 in the odds. Additionally, the latest prop bets indicate that Scheffler has a minus 115 chance and McIlroy a plus 160 chance of finishing in the top 5. Before you finalize your picks for the 2025 Genesis Scottish Open or place any prop bets on the PGA Tour, it's crucial to check out the impressive 7-leg parlay crafted by Sportsline's golf expert, Eric Cohen. This parlay offers a jaw-dropping potential payout of $1.2 million on a mere $10 wager. Cohen is not just any golf enthusiast. He has a proven track record, having accurately predicted the outright winner in 8 different tournaments over the past 3 seasons. His successful forecasts include Justin Thomas winning the 2025 RBC Heritage at plus 1800 in April, as well as other notable victories such as Aaron Rai at the 2024 Wyndham Championship, plus 3,300, and Scottie Scheffler at the 2024 Players Championship, plus 550. His keen insights have also led to significant payouts, like when he identified Ben Griffin to lead the pack with Scheffler excluded just 2 weeks ago, resulting in a plus 4,500 return. For those who have been following Cohen's predictions, the returns have been nothing short of remarkable. Now, he has meticulously analyzed the lineup for the Renaissance Club and has unveiled his $1 million parlay for the 2025 Genesis Scottish Open. Among the selections in Cohen's six-leg PGA Tour parlay is Ryan Fox, who is projected to finish in the top 20 with a payout of plus 210. Cohen notes, since mid-May, Fox has secured 2 victories and 5 top 20 finishes in his last 6 tournaments. His putting has been nearly flawless, and while his iron play stumbled a bit in Connecticut 3 weeks ago, I believe his recent performance will outweigh his mixed history on this course. His only top 20 finish here was a T12 in 2023, but I'm confident he can improve on that this week. Cohen has also identified an outright winner and made 5 additional prop picks for his Genesis Scottish Open parlay, which collectively could yield nearly $1.2 million from just a $10 bet. You absolutely must review these golf selections before committing to any of your own PGA Tour parlays. But here's where it gets controversial. With so many variables in play, can anyone truly predict the outcome of such a dynamic sport? What do you think? Are you ready to place your bets based on expert predictions, or do you prefer to rely on your own instincts? Share your thoughts in the comments. 3. Power Rankings, Genesis Scottish Open 2024, Rory McIlroy, PGA Tour Insights. The excitement around the Genesis Scottish Open is palpable, especially with Rory McIlroy, a past champion, leading the charge this season with 3 victories under his belt. But here's where it gets controversial. Can anyone really stop him at the Renaissance Club this year? Let's dive into what makes this tournament and the surrounding events so compelling. Written by Rob Bolton. Golf enthusiasts are famously passionate about the sport, but even the most devoted fans might find themselves amazed by the level of competition and the sheer scale of what the PGA Tour and DP World Tour have lined up. Over the next 2 weeks, across 2 continents, 4 tournaments will unfold, each featuring a full field of 156 players. This is not just a showcase of talent, it's a celebration of golf at its highest level, offering fans an unparalleled viewing experience. The action kicks off with the Genesis Scottish Open in North Berwick, Scotland, starting Thursday. Simultaneously, the ISCO Championship, an additional event, will take place in Kentucky. Both tournaments run concurrently, but the spotlight remains firmly on the Renaissance Club, the familiar and challenging venue for the Scottish Open. We'll explore how the course is set up, what's at stake, and why this event is a must-watch. Think about how college basketball fans often take time off work to watch the NCAA Division I men's basketball tournament's first rounds. This is a similar phenomenon in golf. The first 2 rounds of most PGA Tour events happen on Thursdays and Fridays, making it easy to immerse yourself in the sport alongside friends, family, or neighbors. This week and next, golf will be on nearly non-stop, offering a perfect excuse to join the excitement. One of the unique perks of the Genesis Scottish Open is how it adjusts the body clocks of U.S. viewers. The Renaissance Club is located on the southern shore of the Firth of Forth, about 15 miles northeast of Edinburgh, placing it 5 hours ahead of Eastern Time. This means that for East Coast fans, tee times start as early as 2 a.m., while West Coast viewers can catch the action at a more reasonable 11 p.m. This time difference has long been a boon for West Coast sports fans and will be especially relevant during these 2 weeks. Following the Scottish Open, the schedule continues with the Open Championship at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland, which shares the same time zone as North Berwick, keeping the early morning golf tradition alive. The Renaissance Club itself is a par 70 course, featuring 5 par 3 holes and 3 par 5s, with each 9 holes playing to a par of 35. Although it has hosted the Scottish Open for 7 years, it has only been an official PGA Tour event for 4. Since becoming a dual tour event in 2022, scoring has steadily improved, but that's largely because the wind hasn't been as fierce as it traditionally is. Last year, the field averaged a score of just 68.75, with all 4 rounds falling between 68.45 and 68.98, which is quite impressive given the course's coastal location. The course's proximity to the sea should make it a brutal test, and in many ways, it is. The rough is cut at 2 inches initially, with the thickest patches reaching 5 inches, but hitting fairways and greens remains manageable for players aiming to break par. Interestingly, the large target areas have resulted in some of the longest average distances to the hole in recent years, ranking 1st and 4th in proximity stats over the last 2 seasons. This correlates with the shortest average number of putts holed on the PGA Tour during those years, despite winning scores of 15 under 265 in 2023 and 18 under 262 in 2024. Adding to the challenge are the fescue grass surfaces, which can run at speeds of about 10.5 feet on a stimpmeter, a device used to measure green speed. Under the right wind conditions, these speeds could increase by another foot, making putting even trickier. Early weather forecasts predict a steady west wind for the first round, which may then shift counterclockwise, eventually blowing from the opposite direction by the tournament's conclusion. Temperatures are expected to reach a comfortable 70 degrees with passing clouds, but as anyone familiar with Scottish weather knows, long-range forecasts are notoriously unreliable. Success here will demand a blend of experience, smart course management, thorough preparation, and a great deal of patience. Rob Bolton's schedule. Rob Bolton, a trusted voice on PGA.com, provides previews and recaps for every tournament. Here's when you can catch his insights, and you can also follow him on X, formerly Twitter, at @RobBoltonGolf for real-time updates and commentary. Monday, Power Rankings for the Genesis Scottish Open. Tuesday Power Rankings for the ISCO Championship and Fantasy Insider Tips. Sunday, Points and Payouts updates for both the Genesis Scottish Open and ISCO Championship, plus major qualifiers information. https://www.pgatour.com/article/news/golfbets/major-qualifiers. Note: Rob is also part of the expert panel for PGA.com's Fantasy Golf presented by PGA Tour Superstore, with content published on Tuesdays. So, what do you think? Is Rory McIlroy unstoppable this season, or could the unique challenges of the Renaissance Club and unpredictable Scottish weather finally level the playing field? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Let's get the debate started.